$3000, $4000, $4000, $2000. $2000 är jättenära. Mark T. Och här ska vi extract interpreter. Bra. Jag har inte varit med om att en enda person har pratat Pashto, men skadar väl inte att vi har någon som kan översätta Pashto. Var är jag ens där? Ja, då tar vi vägen genom det här råbäcket. Här fanns det så mycket grejer som jag vill sno. Hallå? Där är du. Nu rockar vi loss. Brum, brum, brum. Oj, challenge task. 20 outpost captured. Wow! Objective. Prata.
Ja, You disappoint me. Have you forgotten my face?
Leave me be.
You won't respond to anyone else, so I figured it must be me you wanted to see. But now you won't even look at me.
Have I not suffered enough?
Not until you've eased my suffering first. To tell you the truth, old man, I'm in a bit of a bind. It's about your children. You know what I mean? The parasites. The ones that infect a man's throat, killing him if he speaks their language.
They must not be allowed to multiply.
You are allowed to live only in order to help me. But you don't want to, do you? So why not choose death instead? Because you want to protect the Diné and their land from me. That's your purpose, isn't it? Don't lose sight of that now. It's in your interest to cooperate. Because if you don't...
Madness.
The parasites can't detect your people's tongue. So I'll just have to resort to more heavy-handed means. I have the greatest respect for your people. I would rather avoid such a thing, but... we don't always get our way. I was born mighty tempest, and until those winds abate, all I can choose is how to act when they blow me this way or that. Tell me, code talker, what happens to a man infected with a pair of your parasites? Can they be removed? Can the full-blown symptoms be prevented?
It is impossible to remove the parasites alone. They have too close an affinity with humans.
Then how do you stop the symptoms from developing? All right. I was hoping for an answer now, but perhaps you just need a little more time. I'll be back soon. I've set up shop, not far from here. We'll be seeing a lot more of each other.
If you are close by, then it is almost complete.
We're in the final phases. All that's left is to see if I can actually disable a nuke, with the help of your metallic archaea. Once that's done, I won't have to return here again. And your suffering will end. As will your people's. We're almost finished, Code Talker. Each in our own way.
My only regret will be not finishing you.
There's nothing stopping you. I'm only alive because you want me that way.
Ridiculous.
As you wish. My regret is this misunderstanding between us. You and I, our goal is the same. We should be working together. A symbiosis.
You do not know my mind. I simply want the Diné bloodline to endure.
Really now? You're just another mote in the storm. How you react to all the slings and arrows, that's what counts. That's why you call those squirming monsters your children.
What I have done... Forgive me, all of you.
The world should be left the way it is. You of all men should know that.
You gonna extract him?
Oh ja.
Forgive me, but my schedule has changed. The time for grace and good manners has now run out.
Please. Torture will not work on me. Know this.
Oh, I have no intention of getting rough with you. You haven't been beaten. Your hands aren't even tied. Just like me, you live in symbiosis with countless parasites. What wounds I might inflict, they'll patch right up. You might feel considerable pain, but I've no doubt you can withstand it.
Then what do you plan on doing?
I have a soldier standing outside. Nothing special about him, except that he always obeys. I have given him one instruction. Whenever I ring this bell, he passes on a message for me. That message is simply, go.
What is this?
After that, though, it gets complicated. The message will arrive at a room, a little bigger than this one, nothing special. Some of your people are in this room, surrounded by my men.
Enough of this.
They pick them at random. No regard for age, gender. In that, I suppose, they're different from you. Not as discriminating. One by one, blindfolded them. We had to maintain order, you understand?
Boss, get down.
My men will pick one of your people and infect them with a parasite. Your parasite.
It won't work on my people.
True. The vocal cord parasite doesn't respond to your language. But what about English?
An English strain. It exists.
A ring of this bell, and they infect one person. If that person abandons the Navajo language, the English strain will trigger symptoms.
You monster.
So, it's quite simple. Every time I ring the bell, another of your people is infected.
Don't do this.
I don't want to do this. I'd rather not have to ring the bell, which is why I'm hoping you will talk to me.
What do you want? What else could you possibly want?
You know the answer to that. How to prevent the symptoms caused by the parasite.
You cannot control it like some slave. Forget the idea.
Forget it? Unlikely.
I will never tell you. What have you done?
You made me do that.
You black-hearted...
Settle down.
Don't use it again.
Well, that is up to you. All you need to do is tell me what I want. How to prevent vocal cord parasite symptoms.
Why? Why do you need to know?
Soldiers at Walayamasa are all dead.
What?
The parasite traveled downstream.
How?
It would appear that he was involved. Another demon who woke up from 9 years of slumber. As a result, the vocal cord parasite spread through the village.
I told you this would happen.
It was an unfortunate accident. He is becoming an annoyance. He may stumble upon the truth sooner or later, but I suppose that is really of no consequence. Pay for what he has done.
Black Anna. The real demon is...
Oh, this incident made me realize something. You are right. I should have acted with more humility. These creatures cannot be controlled. All the more reason I require a means to stop them.
There is no such way.
Oh, really?
Wait! Don't ring it again.
It is up to you.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Out with it.
I see now. There must be more to it than that.
What?
They are in you. You use this land to breed more of my children. And not just here. Suit of your ethnic cleansers. You sifted through many language strains. Finding hosts. Breeding more and more. You would have been infected in the process. Infected with countless strains. Most likely your mother tongues as well. Romania, Northern Transylvania. You found that one too. Yes, the Hungarian strain. That responds to the CK's dialect.
Silence!
Black Anna. It is you who shall pay.
Is this your retaliation, old man?
Let my people go, and never bother them again. You heard me. What now? What? No! What are you doing?
I am not afraid. I probably have every language strain inside of me. Meaning all the world's languages are already lost to me. But that suits me fine. If need be, I myself can produce whatever strain is needed.
And that means nothing to you. If you are infected, you can never again speak.
Revenge is complete. Now...
Stop!
We're out of time. I have to get going. Well...
No! Radiation. It's radiation.
Radiation? Of course. So it can be used.
But how much? I do not know.
Radiation denatures their reproductive cells, preventing them from mating.
You gonna extract him?
Same principle as the sterilization technique. The reproductive cells are more sensitive to radiation. than the rest of the body. But I have not tested it. There is no telling what mutation could result, or how the host may be affected. Not to mention what could happen if this is done post-infection.
I don't care. This plan goes into action now. As long as it works, the details can wait. You wouldn't be lying to me, of course, old man.
I can guarantee nothing.
I owe you my life. My body has been burned on countless occasions, but it survives, thanks to your children. That is why I trust you.
Then do not repeat my mistake.
What's that?
In the West, it is said that the Word became flesh and dwelt among us. In the East, it is said the man of flesh brings spiritual power to words. The people knew back then that these creatures carry the gospel. They do not belong in our hands. They must not be touched.
How enlightening. I'll remember that. Consider this my thanks.
What are you?
Catch.
No!
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Well then. I'm afraid it really is goodbye this time, code talker.
There is no soldier.
Huh. Now where did he run off to? Guess he wasn't as obedient as I thought.
There never was any soldier.
So long.
You! How dare you!
You gonna extract him?
Oj då. Hehe.
Analysis complete.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Fuel. Ja, men vad gjorde jag nu då?
Marker place, marker place, marker place, marker place, marker placed.
Bara ha 4 markeringar igång. Ah, ja. Ja men, åh. Jag vill att du ska upp här. Inte ett... Herregud människa. Stegen.
You have arrived at your destination.
Hurde.
You have arrived at your destination. You have arrived at your destination. You have arrived at your destination. Marker placed. Marker placed. Marker placed. Marker placed.
band till. Children escaped. Det är det som händer nu.
We gave Ralph, that kid who died in the accident, a burial at sea. The man in charge of that facility has been severely punished. But ever since, the kids have been acting strange. It's obvious they've lost their trust in adults. I was getting reports of them ignoring the staff, or getting insolent, and even violent. And a few days later, several of the kids did a disappearing act. They snuck into choppers and shipping containers and got off base. Why? Your guess is as good as mine. These kids were born in a war zone and forced to grow up as war fighters. If they're left alone, war is how they'll die. But I thought we showed them there are other reasons to live. I never liked having children on Mother Base. But the thought of them going back to the battlefield and picking up their old lifestyle is something I can't stomach. It makes me think of Chico, 9 years ago. We have to get those kids back. Hell, they know too much about our operation. I never expected even the kids to betray us.
Marker placed. Marker placed. Marker placed. You have arrived at your destination.
Snake, you remember the White Mamba? Of course, he's been going by Eli since we brought him on base. He was the leader of the child soldier unit we took out of that village and into our protection. Well, according to the kids you brought back here, all the escapees were especially close to Eli. There's reason to suspect he's behind all 6 escapes. We've already detained him. I'll be questioning him shortly.
Wait. You'll be?
Ocelot.
You're incapable of taking an impartial stance with those kids. Question them all you want. It'll get you nowhere.
Ocelot, you get too many kicks from your art of interrogation.
It's not a matter of art. It's about quick, minimal strokes of psychological warfare. That's what gets the answers. And it's the best way to keep both questioner and subject safe. The risks only increase the more an interrogation drags on. At that point, it causes as much pain to the inflictor as the inflicted.
Like I said, too many kicks.
What I'm trying to tell you is we need quick results. Otherwise, it'll be too little, too late.
I know that.
And besides, I know this subject. I won't go overboard with a kid.
Forget it. You're not needed. Snake, we'll want to question the other kids too. Be sure to bring them all back.
Marker placed. Marker placed. Marker placed. Marker placed.
Ja, men lite.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
Talk. Where are your friends?
The map has been updated.
Verkligen.
Guard post
Ha!
captured.
You gotta extract him.
Where's the guy?
Sequestered. You have arrived at your destination. Supply drop completed.
Kom igen. Hopp ur.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us. He's coming too. Roger that. You gotta extract him.
Där uppe är du. Kom ner hit. Blir det...
You have arrived
Jaha.
at your destination.
Vad är det här nu då? Det är ju bara som 1000 hakar. Brrrp.
Marker placed. Marker placed. Marker placed. Marker placed. Marker placed. Marker placed.
Snake, about the escaped children. Eli confessed. The
Bra.
way he tells it, they wanted to go back to the battlefield. Don't rob them of their freedom, he said. If you bring them all back, there will be consequences. Next to be asking for our surrender.
Consequences? What consequences?
No idea. That's all I have for now.
You're too attached to those kids. Stop protecting Eli.
Listen to yourself.
Let me question him, and we'll get some real answers.
Not necessary. I'll report as and when.
Amen. 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 Åh gud. Så, lägg den ner.
Enemy presence detected. Path has been updated. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
Hur vågar du inte synas?
Analysis complete.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us. He's coming too. Roger that.
Marker placed.
Extract interpreter.
Boss,
Oj då.
the children's section of the living quarters. As you know, weapons are strictly off limits. We've got some rule breakers. The weapons we found were handmade. Blades ground out of knives and forks, a couple of bow guns built out of scrap, and explosives made using detergents. And get this, the explosives were tightly packed with nails. The kids put the blame on, you guessed it.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
That's what he meant by consequences.
I questioned him about it. But this time he claimed they want to be put out on missions. Send us to the battlefield, he said.
Miller, enough is enough. You protected him too much already. It's my turn to question him.
Protected?
What Eli's doing is issuing a threat. Comply with my demands or I'll respond with force. But it'll be war at this rate. Forks and soap aren't gonna kill us, but some of them will end up dead. Is that what you want? Now, I hate to say it, but they want to be on the battlefield. It's time you gave up this fantasy.
Eli, he said they'd rise up against us if we bring the last kid back.
There, you see? Ignore his demands. Don't let him return to quarters. That attitude is contagious. We lose control over them for good.
There are reports of a Pashto
Shut
English
up.
interpreter operating in that area. If you extract him, it could be plenty useful for us.
As for Eli,
He needs some very special care.
you mean solitary?
Well, we can't leave him in contact with the other kids. If you won't do it, I will. Boss, keep working on extracting those kids.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Analysis complete. Clouds approaching. Analysis complete.
Speak. Where are your
Tack.
friends?
The map has been updated.
Det var ganska mycket folk här. Okej, du är dödens.
You've arrived at your destination. Outpost captured.
Ut med dig! Är det det jag ska ha?
Analysis complete.
Yes.
You're all right.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Analysis complete. Psyops list updated.
Subject on board.
Arrived at Mother Base.
You gotta extract him.
Unit function added.
Hurra!
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Nu kör vi det här vanliga och sen stänger vi av och sen är vi faktiskt klara för dagen. Mer kump. 4,1 miljoner. Och vi är snåla med pengar så vi Inge. Mm.
Please select a mission.
Alla GMP-uppdrag är de ute och håller på med i alla fall. Oj, nu hade vi lite mer här. 50 000, 50 000. 100 000.
Unit dispatched. Unit dispatched.
Och så har vi inte något folk till det här. Nej, ja. Det var ju tråkigt. Då avslutar vi med det här då. Tack och adjö.